Hey campfire friends, how you doing? And what I thought of today is that you might be watching this show and thinking that you want to rent a motorhome or rent a trailer, or maybe you're trying to hook up your tiny home and it's the first time you've ever done it. Or perhaps you are thinking of going camping and you're unsure, well, what do we do? So I'm going to give this kind of a how-to little video today on how to turn around and hook your unit up to electricity. When you pull into the campsite, a lot of times you'll see a box just like this at the end. Now what you do is you simply turn around and you open it up. It's usually just a pressure fit, and you lift it up. And a lot of times it will just stay up there out of your way. Sometimes it's on a slider, you just push it back, and when you take it down, you pull it back out. So when you come into this box, what you're gonna see is you're gonna see some breakers up here. There's gonna be a 50 amp breaker, a 30 amp breaker, and also then a 20 amp breaker right here. What those correlate to is over here, you have your 110, which is 20 amp. Now, here's a little tidbit for you. Is that if you see this 110 outlet and it has that little side leg right there, I don't know if you can see that or not, but you should be able to. That indicates that is a 20 amp outlet. When it doesn't have that little side leg and it's just a normal one like you'd see in your house, that indicates on a 15 amp circuit. So when you go out there, you see that indicates it's 20 amp. The other thing is you can look at the end of the breaker here and it'll also have a 20 amp. This is going to come into play here in a bit, where I'm going to show you a handy little trick that you can maybe save some money when you go camping. So stay with me. So you get there and then you turn around and you look at your plug. Now, if you have a 30 amp unit, you're going to have a plug like this, and it's going to look like that at the end. Now the other end of it's going to go back to your unit. It may be hardwired in, or it may have another plug that you plug in and you twist and you connect to your unit. That there is your 30 amp. That 30 amp will go into this one right here. You plug it in. Now, one thing I want to tell you is make sure all of your breakers are off. That's a safety reasons. Two reasons: as you're plugging it in, you don't want that to arc and potentially give you an electric shock, or arc and send that back to your unit and perhaps blow something. You want that to be positively in the outlet, just like that. Then go ahead and turn on your 30 amp, and there you go. Your unit should be on. Now, here's another little tidbit for you. If you go inside your unit and you go to turn the lights on and you're going, hang on, they're not coming on. What's going on? What could be going on? And what it could be is that inside your rig, a lot of times there's another switch for power, and it pulls in a solenoid to allow the power to turn around and power up your unit. So you may have to, on your particular unit, turn on that power source to get power to your unit. I would recommend that you look through your manuals and see if that's the case. A lot of times you can plug it in, you got electricity everywhere, but there are some units that require you to actually turn and press the on-off to activate the solenoid to get power to your unit. So remember that. Also, now if you by any chance have a bigger rig and you're gonna have a 50 amp plug, and a 50 amp plug is going to look like this. This is a 50 amp. Okay, once again, if you're going to plug this in, you have to make sure that your unit is turned off, because this is 50 amp. If that sparks, or if that goes ahead and surges, or you touch one of those connectors, it's going to light you up. I'm telling you right now, it's going to light you up. It's going to jing your bells. So make sure that that is off until you plug it in, and you can turn your power on, and you got power to your unit. So that is the 50 amp. A lot of times you'll have a 50 amp outlet because you look at the top of the units and you'll see 2 AC units. If you've got 2 AC units, there's a very good chance you got 50 amp. 1 AC unit, you could have 50, chances are you have 30 amp. But that's how you plug it in. So, hold on a second. Okay, so now I turned around and said that I was going to give you a little tidbit, maybe how you could save some money. Well, here, what I have in my hand, this is 50 amp out here. Now you can also get these with a 30 amp head as well. And on the other side of this, what you have is I have a plug that is a 30 amp plug. I have one that is a 110. That all goes together like so. It's all one unit, as you can see. What that allows you to do is to plug this into the 30 amp. This can go into the 20 amp. And since now you're plugged into a 30 and a 20, you have 50 amps. And then you can plug your 50 amp unit into this splitter. Now, the reason I turn around and tell you about this is because there are some campgrounds out there that will charge you an upcharge to have 50 amp. This is a great way to get your 50 amp power to your unit without paying the extra money. You're still getting 50 amps. You're just getting 30 amps on one side, 20 on the other side. It will run everything that you need to run in your 50 amp unit off of that plug, and it will save you some money. So there's a little tip to maybe save you money. These things are not that expensive. You can get them in, you know, one of your online retailers. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of $50 perhaps. The last time I ordered one, it's been a while. So, but there's a good little tip for you. So anyway, if you like this video and you want to see more of the kind of how-to type of videos, leave some comments below. If you have some electrical background and you agree or disagree, hey, let's put that in there. Let's help our community grow in understanding on these type of things as we go camping, as you're doing things in your tiny house, in your dorm, your apartment, wherever you are. And remember, wherever you are in the world, may the Lord bless you and keep you. And remember, there's always room around the campfire. Have a great day.